Okay, hi. I'm going to demonstrate how to install songs to YouTube on Windows. Most of the time I use um, Linux on my computer, but I figure most people use Windows, so I'm going to run through this. Um, so yeah, in order to get this working, we need to do a few things pre-installation. Normally I like to use Chocolatey for like a package manager on Windows, but Scoop is good too. And probably a little bit easier to set up. So we'll do that. So yeah, you just and I'll leave all the links in the description, but the link to Scoop is right here as well. Um, and it's easy enough just to set it up. So come here, you copy that command, and then you go to open your PowerShell. Don't run it as an administrator, just click the normal one. Um, paste it here, and then when that pops up, just press Y and enter that, and then copy the next command, and this actually installs it. And what this is doing is basically, this is how we're going to get the software, like the pre-installation stuff. So what everything running in the background is doing is using ffmpeg and the geckodriver, and this is how we're going to get those. So um, yeah, from there, um, I'm pretty sure we could do it through PowerShell, but I like using CMD from here. Oh yeah, so just uh, Windows search CMD for command prompt, and then you get here. Um, and then because we're using Scoop, this works fine. Just wait for it to install. And this way, there are other ways to get ffmpeg and geckodriver, but this is a more um, consistent and upgradable way, because otherwise you have to um, go out and get it yourself every time. So yep, now that we've got those two things, um, then what you need to do, if you don't already have it, um, you need Firefox in order for this to work, and you need this extension, or any extension to export your cookies. But yeah, so just get this extension and then log into YouTube. So you can see I'm logged in here. And then go to your extensions, and then this, I clicked on the export cookies, and then now you have that. Okay, so now we've basically done all the work ahead of time to get this to work. So we can just go back here, and then we can go to the releases tab here on the GitHub. And extract. Okay. And we can run the executable. And then, yeah, it gives you this pop-up. You can click OK to enter a new user. So I'll just make a new user. And then if I go get my cookies file that I just made, um, you're probably going to want to keep this in a more consistent place than like your downloads folder. But that's up to you wherever you want to keep this directory located. But yeah, so then you can see in my settings now that there's a user, and these are like my default settings. So yeah, now I can upload videos as this Kyler preset, which will use those cookies to log into um, my YouTube account. Um, and then you can configure whatever defaults you want here for actually uploading. But once you have that, um, it's pretty easy to just drag and drop in MP3, and click render and upload. And if I did everything correctly, we'll see. Okay, so I figured out what was going wrong. This computer is old as shit and doesn't have a dedicated GPU. So all I did was just in here, I made sure that the video resolution was super small and just set the background um, to have no background instead of a blurred one because I think ffmpeg was having a really hard time. But yeah, so after I clicked render and upload with that, um, then things seem to work. But then the problem is it tried to run geckodriver and I ran into a security alert because obviously it wants to like use this. So I just, allow access to both private and public. And then the next time it runs, it should be fine. So let's try again. So you can see this is running geckodriver to interact with Firefox. And down here you can see I have it set the output set to debug so we can see exactly what's going on. But yeah, before you could see that the MKV file was like uh, zero zero bytes because it was still like loading and it was taking a long time. Um, but now it's much smaller and it was able to finish creating that. So now it's actually uploading with geckodriver. I believe a long time ago, when I used Windows, there was a way to make this window go away while it was like processing stuff, but yeah, I don't know how to do that anymore. So um, I think it's fine to just like leave it open or whatever while it's running. Um, and then you can see here that it's spit out success, and yeah, the window closes once it's done with everything. And then if I go to my channel here, we should see that it has been uploaded. And I adjusted a few more of the settings. I can run over them, but yeah, you can see here, Akazi Smile is in the process of uploading, or it just finished uploading. Okay, I realize I didn't really demonstrate how the software works or run over any of the settings, so I wanted to do that quick. Um, so I got just running them down quick. I like to uncheck delete videos after uploading. I like to have, um, yeah. So big picture, you're you're translating an audio file into a video file, and then you're uploading that. And then normally it will delete the video file afterwards, but I like to keep them around. So um, yeah, there's that. Then the biggest setting to change, I think, is keeping things as unlisted by default. That just makes things nicer to manage once they actually get to YouTube, and you don't have to worry about like if you're mass uploading something and something goes wrong, that it's not like super embarrassing publicly. um, then rendering uh, albums by default as a single video is nice to have, so I can demonstrate what that looks like. So this is a single video file, and this is what it looks like when it uploads. Um, and now you can either choose the cover art with like this selector, or you can just like drag and drop a PNG over the top, and that can change things. So that's the single video mode. And if I drag and drop like a folder of stuff, so there's a bunch of different files here, but they're set to upload as a single video right now. So these will all get concatenated together and then become one video and upload that big video. Um, but yeah, now there is something to worry about. So this, the cover art and the description and everything like that gets auto generated from metadata because I pulled this from SoundCloud. Um, so that's how that automatically generates. You're probably going to have to do that yourself if you're just using your own audio files, but that's easy enough to just like set the video title and put whatever you want in the description here. Um, Yeah, I think that's it for the most part. I like using solid color background right now. For a while, I used no background, and that will just make the video resolution default to whatever um, the resolution of the image is. And solid color background just makes it so that there's like black bars on the other side, so it looks like it fits in the normal video container. But that's all just preference stuff. Um, as far as everything else goes, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Um, you can up the amount of simultaneous processes to make videos render faster if your computer can handle it. But that's about it, I think. Um, yeah, I'm sorry this was so scuffed. The audio was like fucked up and I don't know, it took a couple trial and errors, but hopefully it was helpful.